Yes on issue 5 will stop the payday lending industry from trapping more than 300,000 Ohioans in a cycle of debt. Yes on issue 5 is good for hardworking individuals and families who need small loans at fair interest rates. Yes on issue 5 protects Ohioans from a greedy industry that is bad for Ohio cities and destructive to the economy of our state.
Thank you and good morning. My name is David Rothstein and I'm a researcher at Policy Matters Ohio. We have offices in Cleveland and Columbus. We are a nonprofit research group that focuses on research that affects low and moderate income families in Ohio. We've been researching payday lending for some time now. We previously noted the massive growth since its inception in 1995 to 2007 with more than 1,600 stores, which actually equates to more payday lending stores in Ohio than McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's restaurants combined. The staggering part about that figure is not just the sheer number of stores, but we were very much concerned with the high interest rates and short-term payback periods that folks would face when they had to pay back these loans. Our most recent research is a study that we recently completed surveying credit counselors in Ohio. We wanted to know from the people who see the families who are adversely affected by payday loans of how many loans they have outstanding, how this debt impacts their families and communities, and what other solutions they recommend. In our study, we have over 28 counties represented. We had more than 17 counselors respond, and they were all decisively against the use of payday loans. They said they would never recommend them to their clients. They were also very concerned at the number of outstanding loans that families carry, more than just one. In fact, on average, families had 4 loans outstanding, with debt in the range of $1,000 per family. One of the other concerning findings that came out of this study was that the only thing that ends up getting paid in the end is the payday loan, meaning that other household expenses like mortgage, rent, car, and utilities get deferred and don't get paid, and people require more loans to try to pay those. This is exactly the cycle of borrowing that we were concerned about early on, and it continues. Counselors recommended highly people developing emergency saving plans and crisis budgeting rather than taking out these loans. The traditional payday loan product of 391% APR and a 2-week payback period just doesn't work for families in Ohio. That was the decisive response from all of our credit counselors who responded to the survey. Thank you very much for your time.
You know, I'm here to support issue 5, asking all Clevelanders to vote yes on issue 5. But we're living in very difficult times, financial crisis, and when you ask the question as to why we're in these hard times, what brought about the financial crisis, you come back to exploitation and greed. Just pure exploitation and greed. The exploiting of people, individuals, situation, and the greed associated with that. And that is what this payday lending is all about. It is an exploiting of people, of their circumstances, of the situation. It is the greed involved in it. And if we're really to work as government and protect the interests of our citizens, then we have to take aggressive actions. And I believe voting yes on issue 5 is that aggressive action. Even at 28%, there's plenty of room here for people who are in the payday lending business to make a profit. Anything other than that is usual. It's pure exploitation and it's greed. So I'm asking all Clevelanders to support the people who are voting yes on issue 5.
Good morning. With Mayor Rinker, Zanotti, and Akers behind us, Mayor Jackson, it's clear that this issue is not only bipartisan, it's not only regional, it's something that every good Ohioan should take note in terms of voting yes on issue 5. And the reason is simple. Much like the foreclosure crisis that we're in the middle of right now, this is proving to be the next tsunami affecting working families, whether they're living in Southern Ohio, in the urban regions, the east side, the west side of Cleveland. Executives and legislatures agree across the board that we should vote yes on issue 5 because the impact is extreme. 6 years ago, when the good people behind me wanted to make sure that predatory lending wasn't the name of the game in Ohio, people laughed. 6 years later, we're bailing out Wall Street to the tune of $700 billion. How do we prevent our families from being in the poorhouse once again? By voting yes on issue 5. Vote yes on issue 5 is a vote for fairness, is a vote for all Ohioans. And I want to thank the mayors behind us, Mayor Jackson, Akers, Rinker, and Zanotti for their incredible leadership on this. This truly is a regional statewide issue, and the only way to protect our citizens is a yes vote on issue 5. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of the Cuyahoga County Mayors and City Managers Association, I just wanted to add our support to issue 5. My colleagues have very clearly covered why this vote is so important, and why this predatory lending is as evil as any that we've dealt with in many, many years. One need look no further than the advertising campaign that these vipers that propose this allowed this type of lending are conducting. You will not find anywhere in any of the television or print advertising for this campaign any mention of the phrase interest rates. It's about government intrusion, it's scare tactics, it's deceitful, it's disgusting, and it's indicative of the type of people that we're dealing with. We must protect our people from falling prey to businesses that would charge them 391% interest a year at the time they could least afford it, at the time when they're in need of help. This is how they help them, by charging 391%. It's bad business, it's unfair to our people. We must do everything we can and vote yes for issue 5. Thank you.